Snowballs.
Welcome to Snowballs, ladies and gentlemen. We have a great show for you today. We're going to bring you some big news, big free agent signings.
Cliffley, Carl Crawford, teams, buzzballs, philosophy.
We got it all today on Snowballs. Around the horn. Cliffley signs was it a 5-year deal?
Yeah, 5-year deal.
Yeah, signs a 5-year deal with the Philadelphia Phillies for a significantly less amount of money than was offered to him by both the New York Yankees and Texas Rangers. It was a huge surprise. So that was the biggest free agent on the market. And now Cliffley is taking his talents back to Philadelphia. This is a huge upset for the New York Yankees, who have banked their entire offseason on this guy. And Brian Cashman said his plan B is patience. So what does that tell you? It tells you that the Yankees didn't have a plan B. But for the Phillies, it's going to bolster their rotation immensely. They now have a 4-ace rotation, and they're going to be a huge threat in the NL East.
Some people prefer fans that barf on little kids over people that throw beer at his wife. So that's good to keep in mind.
Yeah, but here's the thing about that. Now, it's hard to say really what the factors were that went into Cliffley choosing the Phillies over less money. There were reports by tabloid media that a Yankee fan spit on his wife or threw beer at her or something. Cliffley dismissed that, but I did watch his press conference, and it was evident that family played a big factor. He kept mentioning that in making his decision.
Yep. And I think this really... the Phillies were the team to beat anyway, but this makes them the team to beat in the World Series this year. If they don't win the World Series, it's a bust, which is unusual for teams. I mean, it's this year is a failure if they don't win the World Series. So there's going to be some pressure on that team.
You see them almost switching places with
the
their
Yankees.
role at the New York Yankees. The Yankees used to be the team that would have a failing year if they didn't win the World Series. The Yankees are having a bit of an identity crisis. George Steinbrenner's dead now, and I think that's becoming very evident. What the Yankees are doing, they're not getting aggressive with anybody anymore.
I think they think they're the Mets, actually. They're trying to, they're making small minor league deals.
So I wanted to go into a little bit about what Cliffley's motives are in this deal, because he took a significantly lower offer than the Yankees offered, and significantly less than he was demanding out of the gate in free agency. It's clear to say not all players are influenced by money. Cliffley himself said, at some point, enough is enough. And I think, as far as money goes, what are you going to do with the extra, tens of millions of dollars? But it's in that way, it's kind of admirable that he went more where he desired to go than where the money was. You don't see that a lot. So even though he got a lot of heat from fans, mostly those from the NL East who have to compete with him now, and Yankee fans, I think there's something worth complimenting there, and Cliffley's character. But why did he like Philadelphia? That's the team that traded him to the Seattle Mariners a couple of years ago.
I really don't know. Maybe he's just attracted to the throwing up on 12-year-old girl quality.
Of
maybe
the fans, you mean?
Yeah, of the fans.
Right.
Maybe he's attracted to the bandbox stadium. But I think it's the most likely factor is that he likes to win. And he probably saw the Phillies as the most likely place to win, much like LeBron James
but
at the NBA.
The Yankees gave a significantly higher offer, and you could win with the Yankees.
Oh yeah, you could easily win with the Yankees, but with the Phillies, you become a World Series favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And for most pitchers, that's to just become a World Series contender. that's like really good. But for Cliff Lee, I mean, he's lost in the World Series 2 years in a row. I think he wants to win it this time. So I can understand why he chose the Phillies. He's being a little spoiled with his World Series appearances there, Cliff. But
right.
I can assume.
I appreciate your objectivity.
And that leads us to the next big free agent. Carl Crawford signs a massive deal with the Boston Red Sox. Fergus?
Yeah. Well, Carl Crawford, another big surprise. On the last show, we predicted Crawford was going to be going to Los Angeles.
He is the first $100 million man to never have hit 20 home runs or more. Last year he hit 19 with the Tampa Bay Rays. I actually think he's going to hit 20 next year, just because the right field is pretty short out there in Fenway.
That's toward the pole, but there's pretty right field is rather deep as you start moving further to the left.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he could take advantage of that. He could take advantage of spraying balls off the wall and try to get cheap doubles. Carl Crawford is used to this division. He's been here all his career, so
I think he probably knows how to play Fenway.
No surprises, as far as the ballpark or the teams he's going to be opposing.
Yeah, and I think there aren't going to be a whole lot of hits out to left field because he covers a lot of ground and not a whole lot of space. Now we're going to move on to Russell Martin, signing a deal with the Yankees. He's going to be a backup player, maybe. He might even start.
He'll probably start. This is I don't understand what's going on here. I do have a theory. I do have a theory about what the Yankees might be trying to do. But Brian Cashman, or rather Joe Girardi, was talking about how he's a good fit for the Yankees because he's a veteran presence. Yankees have a catcher already, Francisco Cervelli, has been in the big leagues only 2 years less than Russell Martin. So to talk about a veteran presence, Russell Martin doesn't really fit that category. I don't see what the Yankees are doing. They're going to bring up Jesus Montero this year. They do have a veteran presence already in Jorge Posada on the team, should they need it.
I honestly, I don't really get it either. I mean, Jesus Montero is, he's supposed to be a star in the future, actually, if everything goes as expected. One of the top prospects in baseball. You're going to hear a lot of hype.
I think that the Yankees might be trying to bring him in so they have more catching depth, should they choose to include Jesus Montero in a trade package for an ace pitcher, the likes of Felix Hernandez or Josh Johnson. Otherwise, I don't see what they're doing with this.